Welcome to Author Timeline Thursday. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. And this quote comes from the amazing Jim Rohn. If you want to do something, you'll find a way. If you don't, you'll find an excuse. Isn't that true in your life as well? If you want to do something, nothing's going to get in your way. And if you don't want to do something, everything will get in your way. Hi there, my name is Christopher D'Armani. It is my pleasure, it is my passion to empower nonfiction authors just like you, so you can turn your dream of writing a book into your published reality. Because I spent a lot of years making a lot of excuses. I found a path that works for me, and I want to share that path with you. Because once you discover this road, this way to get down publication highway really, really easily, you're going to want to do it a whole bunch of times, just like I have. So let's get this little party started, shall we? It's a beautiful day outside. Beautiful, sunny day. Beautiful. And I would love to be out there going for a walk with my wife, having a relaxing time in the sun, maybe reading a book outside, laying out there in the shade somewhere. And as lovely as all of those activities are, none of them get my book written. They don't get the next chapter, they don't get the next page, they don't get the next sentence of my book written. And the same is true for you in your life. As whatever the distraction of the moment is for you, if you follow that path, your book is not going to get written. That's the fundamental reality. Now, I'm no different than you. I'm not a great big fan of being a disciplined writer. But what I absolutely love and adore is what being a disciplined writer delivers in my life. I've written and published 50 books so far. More on the way. And I love every single one of them. And I know, because I tried doing it different ways, I know that simply showing up every day and doing what's put in front of me to do, persevering every single day, is what gets my book written and published. Being disciplined is what drives my success. And it'll drive yours as well. So if I schedule, we take a slightly different tack on this, shall I? If I schedule my daily writing sessions on my calendar, I do the thing that I need to do, schedule those sessions, but then I don't bother showing up. I ignore the fact that at 4 o'clock today I'm supposed to be sitting down and writing for an hour. Well, setting that appointment, for starters, was completely useless. The time that I spent doing that was also wasted. And more than that, I have permitted myself to fail. I hate that. I despise that. But when I show up, see, here's the really important part. When I show up, especially when I don't feel like it, I will complete the next piece of my book. Guaranteed. I will write the next sentence, I will write the next page, I will write the next chapter. Absolutely guaranteed. And it all starts with me sitting down to do what I know I need to do, what I said I would do, when I said I would do it, whether I felt like it or not. Discipline gets the job done. And when I'm disciplined, I do the hard work. Because I've designed my complete detailed roadmap for success for this book, I know the path in front of me. I know every twist, every turn, every ditch to avoid, every bridge I must travel across in order to succeed. But it all starts with that little simple thing called persistence. I know what to do. That's the roadmap. I know why I'm doing it. That's really, really important. Because that's the gasoline that powers my writing engine. My why is the thing that powers me through this entire journey. Without it, I might get something done, but I won't get the whole thing finished because I will lose momentum. With a really clear, definite why, getting it done's kind of a non-issue. It just happens. I also know who I'm doing it for. That's a part of this roadmap for author success. I know who I'm doing it for. Because this is where my fulfillment comes from. By helping other people achieve their dreams or get out of that problem that they're stuck with and into this land where anything is possible. Kicking those doors of possibility open is that phrase that I love to use. Because that visual for me is awesome. It really is. And it's that promised fulfillment that awaits me that combined with my really powerful why guarantees I'm going to make it to the end of publication highway. Guarantees it. Galatians 6:9 is really fitting for this as well. For me, it really speaks to that whole persistence, dedication, being disciplined, all those really great things. And let us not grow weary while doing good, for in due season we shall reap if we do not lose heart. The fulfillment can't happen if I don't show up and do what's put in front of me to do. That doing good and not growing weary of doing it, which for me, I translate that to showing up when I said I would show up, doing what I said I would do, when I said I would do it, whether I feel like it or not. The phrase I like to use is my published book doesn't give a crap whether I feel like writing it today. The people who I'm writing this book for are going to remain stuck in the problem that they're stuck with if I don't finish this. I understand that very clearly. How many times in your life have you heard the solution to the problem that you've had, but it never registered? It didn't sink in. This is what I'm talking about. Your book will reach your readers in the way they must hear it in order for it to register, because only you can write it in the way they need to hear it. Think about that. That's a really big responsibility then, a very heavy responsibility. Because if you don't write and finish your book, they will never hear it the way that you say it. And they'll remain trapped. That's not a good thing. It's really not. But when I keep my word, here's the beautiful thing about keeping my word to myself as well. Showing up when I said I would, doing what I said I would do, whether I feel like it or not. When I keep my word to myself, when I live in that integrity, I'm more confident. And when I'm more confident, I write faster, I write better, I write with more joy. All sorts of great things happen. So keep your word to yourself. Schedule those writing sessions. Show up, whether you feel like it or not, and write. Just write. Doesn't matter what the sentence starts with, who cares? As long as you start typing, start writing, whatever your method is, whether you're speaking it, whether you're writing it longhand, whether you're typing it on the computer, whatever your personal process is, the very first sentence is completely irrelevant. Got to prime the pump. That's all that first sentence does. I once wrote a really amazing scene that started off with, this is exactly the sentence I wrote. I have no idea why these two people are in this scene, why there's a dead body lying under that bush over there, or what's supposed to happen. I have no clue. That was the sentence I wrote down to start. And yet that turned into the most magical writing experience probably of my life. It's certainly one that I remember all the time. And it all started because I simply sat down, even though I didn't know what to say, didn't know what to write, and started anyways. Same can happen for you as well. Persevere, even when it's hard, excuse me, and your published book is absolutely guaranteed. Now, if you don't know where to start, or if you understand that a detailed roadmap for success is essential, but you want some help building yours, designing the roadmap that works for you, for your life, for your audience, for the setup that you have going on in your world, I would love to help you do that. I would love to help you do that. Go to authorcoach.click/roadmap. All the details are there. We will spend, should you choose to accept this particular offer, this particular challenge, if you will, we'll spend, 4, 5, 6 hours going through every single thing that's required so that you have, at the end of this process, excuse me, a complete, detailed roadmap for your author's success. You'll have a complete, detailed outline. You'll have a complete, detailed writing schedule. You will know your why like you've never known it before. You will have all the answers to all the questions that you could possibly come up with in writing your book, and you will have that all at the end of a single day. It's a really intense, really powerful process, and one that is guaranteed to rocket you down publication highway like nothing else. If that sounds like fun for you, I would love to be your guide as we create this structure that will launch you to success like nothing else can. authorcoach.click/roadmap. Completely blanked on it. And I would love to see you there. It'd be really fun. Really fun. And remember, if you want to do something, you will find a way. And perhaps designing your perfect author roadmap, maybe that is the something that you need to find a way to do. If it is, I would be thrilled to be your guide on that journey. And if it's not, well, you're welcome to your excuses. Your book will be waiting for you someday, and maybe someday it might even get written. Who knows? But there is a much better way. It's one that I've used to rocket myself to publishing success 50 times and counting. And countless authors that I've helped through this process do the same thing. It works. It just flat out works. So with that, have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will talk to you again tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Bye for now.